life just hasn't been fun. I try to make it fun, but it just hasn't been fun. And then I get so depressed. I don't feel like I'm a good person. I try to be nice to everyone, but I get annoyed really easily. And because of that, I get short with people. I don't treat people fairly, and I end up just hurting people. I also feel like I'd never make the right decision, and I can't do the right thing. And therefore, if you can't do the right thing, you're obviously not a good person. So I used to, for the longest time, I had such high standards of people, and I wanted, nothing but the best for people, and I expected nothing but the best. But if you grow up expecting that constantly, you get constantly disappointed, and I got constantly disappointed. So because of that, I lowered my standards, started having low standards. But low standards are easy, low standards are cheap, and I just got hurt a whole lot. I think a lot about how there's good and bad in the world, but I also think that sometimes the good creates the bad and the bad creates the good. Like if you're a good person and you go your whole life trying to be good and be the best you can and be great to others, sometimes you get disappointed and you get let down. And there's people out there who have been let down constantly. And because of that, they start being bad because, being good's not working out. So they become a bad person. And vice versa. Someone grows up being a bad person their whole life. And eventually they start to see that, I'm hurting people. I don't like to hurt people. So this ain't working out. I'm going to start being good. And so they become a good person. And so it's like, man, like this good person I see, like eventually at one point they were bad, or this bad person at one point they were good. But the good creates the bad and the bad creates the good. Is the bad really bad if it creates good, and is good really good because it creates bad? It's just like a thought that goes in my head. It's like, oh my gosh, that's awful, because if that's the case, then what's the point? What's the point of being good if you're going to create bad? And if you're a bad person, why are you being bad? Because you're just creating good. Like, it's like a very, like, it's like, what? And so whenever I think about this and I try to be a good person, it's like, what's the point of being good? Like, I'm no good. Like, because I'm creating bad. And I don't believe this in all cases, because, good can become great and bad can become worse. I worry a lot about becoming a really bad person, and it's like I don't want to be a bad person, but I have a hard time being a good person also. So I'm constantly struggling to find this point, like where I'm not all bad, but I'm not all good either. So I'm trying to maneuver this point in the middle, because there's good and bad parts in all of us.
The one this time. We are the ones this time. We are the ones this time. We are the ones this time. We are.
And I really have no way to battle this, like, because why should anyone care about my problem? Like this is my problem. These are thoughts that go on in my head. It's just one of those things where it's a battle with myself. I'm battling with myself just like you are battling with yourself. Like, we are at a battle for self constantly. It's just all internal. With talking about good and bad and how if they create each other, what's the point? Is life meaningless? I like to not think so. I like to think, life's great because of your friends and family, and sharing it with people. And in order to share that with them, I have to keep going, push through the hard stuff, and try to be the best I can, and not worry that much, even though I do worry, and I will get better at it.
Find a way to hide from your mind. pulsing through your eyes like an electric strike. Does it feel right? Does it feel right? 'Cause I'm your